Hello everyone and welcome to War Thunder with Johnny Thunder. This is episode 3 of Become the Hellcat, which is a little video series I've been conducting. This is the first plane I've ever really been good in historical battles to a point of well, maybe a little bit better than good, shall we say. This video here is showing various different clips of games I've played in the Hellcat and how much I've been improving, how well I've done. It's mostly just all the good shots where I was shooting someone, or how I was shooting someone. Pretty good shot right there. One shot. Obviously these are just AI right now, but I shoot real players most of the time. So I've come to the realization that the joystick actually does, if you have a huge amount of hours on the joystick and you really know how to use it, I think I have somewhere between 2,000 to 3,000 hours of joystick practice, and that's not just in War Thunder. Obviously, it's in many other sims. I play IL-2 1946, IL-2 Cliffs of Dover. I play Microsoft Flight Simulator, X-Plane, etc. And I've been playing flight sims since I was little. Although I've never really had a computer that was capable of running flight sims the way I wanted them to run until recently. So I haven't gotten good until, I don't know, a couple of years ago maybe I started getting into flight simulators. And so it's been a while. It's really taken quite a lot of practice to get to the level you're seeing here. Some of you might have used a joystick, and I've seen some new users use joysticks. And I do have faint memories of bouncing around and being like, and having, you know, not being able to shoot the broadside of a barn at, say, 300 meters in one of these airplanes. But after you get the skill of balancing the plane, which really is just it's the skill of balance, really. I've noticed that people who have good balance can pick up learning how to fly a plane and learning how to fly a virtual plane much quicker than people who have bad balance. Either way, you either learn good balance by forcing yourself to learning how to fly virtual airplanes, or you get good balance and find learning airplanes much easier than you would. You know, you can do it either way you want to do. But yeah, definitely practicing balance is key to becoming a good joystick user. And the Hellcat is exceptional for the joystick user. It's the joysticker's plane, I think. At this, I can definitively say in War Thunder, if you're a joystick user and you haven't been using the Hellcat, you've really been missing the joys of being a joystick user. Because the Hellcat is the king of maneuverability. I'm pretty sure the Hellcat can outturn every other airplane in the game. And if it can't outturn them, the planes that can outturn it has way more power then. So if there's even a plane that I can think of, maybe the N1K, you know? some of the planes that we haven't fought with the Hellcat. Those with rank 4 planes, I'm sure there's some rank 4 planes that are more powerful. The only one I could think of that would have more power and can possibly outturn the Hellcat is the N1K. And the Hellcat is never going to fight an N1K because the N1K is supposed to be way outclassing the Hellcat. Although I think it would be really interesting if I could fight an N1K with the Hellcat. See if it's if the Hellcat really is superior. But those battles aren't going to happen because of the how the matchmaking system works. So as you can see, there's a couple battles, and I've done pretty well in both of them. Progression's a lot slower for the joystick users. As you can see, I'm still researching the shooting star. I might be able to unlock the shooting star in a couple of days. I'm hoping to. But, like I was looking at Jingles, and he's got a huge amount of stuff unlocked. I'm pretty sure me and Jingles started playing this game at the same time, but I was using joystick the whole time, he's using mouse aim the whole time. It makes sense that his tech trees are way further along than my tech trees. And I'm not really sure if that's a bad thing or a good thing in some ways. You know, I'm fine with it, with leveling up with the joystick, because it's more rewarding to me personally to get good with the joystick. So here we can see the Zero Killer is living up to its name, out-turning a Zero here. That guy was stalling when I wasn't stalling, which is, you know, rather interesting. So he's got to pull up into the vertical, and at this point, he forces me to lose all his energy, or he forces me to lose all my energy. But when he does that, he also loses all of his energy. So even though I'm sort of in this stalling condition, I'm not really worried that he's going to get the drop on me, because he has no energy, just like I have no energy at this point, allowing us to both dive, and I'm the better turner, so I out-turn him. I wonder if he's really pissed off that he's getting out-turned by a Hellcat. You know, he's supposed to be in a Zero, it's supposed to be, well, it's not the superior turner, but you would think it would be. So here's BF-109Es. I guess the E should stand for easy, because when you're in the Hellcat, killing one BF-109Es is just a joke. I mean, these things, they're way underpowered, they have no maneuverability on me. There's just no way he can beat me. I mean, this guy's got no chance. What's he gonna do? Out-turn me? Outrun me? He can't do either. I have more power than him, and I have massively more maneuverability than he does. So all he can do is try and spin around and hope I don't hit him. And when you have 3,000 hours of joystick practice, you tend to hit him. I think it's 3,000 hours. It's somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 hours. 3,000 hours might be pushing it. 2,000 probably for sure. That's a lot of hours of joystick practice. I only have 1 hour of real flight experience in real life, but my flight instructor was very impressed with my abilities. She said I could hold altitude and things that take, you know, new pilots quite a bit of time to learn. I picked up on the, you know, the first flight. That's because, of course, I have all this experience in those simulators. They really do help you become a better pilot, I think. Although there are things that you have to keep in mind that the simulators, like for example using a keyboard, you have to actually like reach over and pull levers in a cockpit in real life. Whereas in simulators you just hit a keyboard button, so all your buttons are right in front of you, very conveniently placed. Which means that you can typically react to things quicker in a simulator than you can in real life. Something to keep in mind. So these battles, as you can see, they're just all of these battles. I've edited all this footage just to show pretty much me killing guys in Hellcat. Obviously not every game I've played has been perfect. I've had quite a few games where I've gone out and just died in the Hellcat, but I'd say those games are rare where I don't score any kills in the Hellcat. I'd say those are 1 out of 3 to maybe even 1 out of 5 games I play in the Hellcat where I just die right off the bat. Generally, in a historical battle in the Hellcat, just on average, I'd say I get at least 1 kill to 3 kills. And for a joystick user in War Thunder, that's fantastic. Getting 3 kills. The sound's off in this one because I was listening to Pandora music. So I turned the sound off. But the footage is pretty good because it shows the Hellcat versus Spitfires. And the Spitfires are wickedly good turn fighters. Almost on par with the Hellcat, but the Hellcat, where it beats these Spitfires, is in power. The Hellcat just has more horsepower than these Spitfires do. And so better energy retention. So I guess I shoot this guy, yeah. I think this one's an assist, right? Yeah, assist. But as you can see, outmaneuvered, although I had some help. So, teamwork is very effective. I wish people used more teamwork in these games. It's kind of a fault of War Thunder is that everyone in this game thinks they're like Maverick or something, and as a result, they all think they're like this ace that can work alone and doesn't need a team because they're just going to show the world how incredibly superior they are to everyone else. And I've had this mentality myself too when I initially started playing this game. I thought it was going to be so good, or well, when I started playing flight sims in general. But now that I'm finally good enough that I can actually compete with mouse users, I don't really, I actually want to work with people a lot more. But the problem is that no one really wants to work together. I think we need voice chat or something, or maybe something else that can, maybe the developers could work on a way to, some game modes that force players to work together. That would be really handy, because players need to learn how to work together. That's how they survived back then. 2 planes working together could be as effective as 8 planes working alone. It's really is true. So there was another kill in LA5. It's one thing I like about mouse aim, and that I think about it as a potential asset, because since we are, since I'm a joystick user, I'm fighting these mouse aim users. I have this, I'm at a pretty extreme disadvantage, I would say. And so since I've overcome this advantage to the point where I can actually compete with mouse aim users, actually, the thing I like about mouse aim is that it does make these the game more challenging from my perspective, and I'm sure everyone else's perspective who uses a joystick. Although I do think that eventually they're gonna nerf, or I shouldn't say nerf. They're going to enhance mouse aim in some way, because right now it's just there's some people who are claiming that mouse aim is or the joystick is no worse off than mouse aim. And of course this comes from mouse aim users who've never used a joystick before. So there's so many people on the forums in War Thunder, they're just like, oh yeah, mouse aim is there's nothing wrong with mouse aim, and you joystick users, you're just all elitists. Oh god. How many times have we heard that argument? And of course this comes from mouse aim users who've never used a joystick before and have no idea what they're talking about. But we get a lot of self-appointed experts in War Thunder. I'm guilty of that as well. I think it's, a cultural thing here over in America. We have this mentality that if you're wrong, it's your fault that you're wrong, and it's not like, there's a very low tolerance for ignorance over here, and as a result everyone pretends they know everything when in reality they don't know what they're talking about. But I try and get all my facts straight and make sure that what I'm talking about is true. But sometimes it's a little hard because you have to fill conversation, especially when recording these videos. You have to fill stuff, and so you start talking about things that you think are true, but then you realize, wait a second, I'm getting this from a video game or something, like Silent Hunter or something. This is a good example. Like the deck gun in Silent Hunter 4 or any of the Silent Hunter games, is way overpowered. And if you take it as historically accurate, you would think that that the submarines are some kind of unstoppable destroyer killer on the surface, when in reality they're not durable, and their gun is way less powerful than in the Silent Hunter games, for example. So that's pretty much the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I certainly enjoyed putting it together. I pretty much wanted to just get this video off my hard drive. As you can see, I knew I would do well in this match, so I just decided to have the smoke on the whole time. So that's that. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more War Thunder content, and like this video if you want to.